All right, so now we're going to actually solve this problem. We're going to end up solving it 2 times. In the first one, we're only going to work with our first known. We're going to ignore our second known. So just using our first known, we're going to set up our dimensional analysis. We're going to start with that 10 moles of H2, and we're going to use our relationship for that known. So my first known, my first relationship. Now, if I have H2 on top here, it has to match going diagonally. Remember, nothing goes here for us. So this has H2O on bottom, not what I need, which means I need to flip it. So I'm going to put the 2 moles of H2 on bottom and my 2 moles of H2O on top. Now, just like in math class, if you take x divided by x, it cancels out. Well, mole H2 divided by mole H2, the units cancel out. Not the numbers, just the units, leaving you with this unit on top, which means that's going to be the unit in our answer. So we have 10 moles of H2O because 10 times 2 divided by 2 is 10. Okay. Now we're going to solve this again using our second known. Our second known was 7 moles of H2, O2 I mean, and our ratio was 1 mole of O2 to 2 moles of H2O. I do need to flip it again because I need O2 on bottom because of that rule, which gives me the answer of 14. Okay, now you get 2 answers. There's really truly only one correct answer. The correct answer is the smaller number. This is called your theoretical yield. That's a term you need to be familiar with. This answer is meaningless for us. Well, for now, we're never really going to use that again.
Please stand for the morning pledge. A pledge.
Okay, so I switched off of that because of the announcements. Okay, so back to this. Let me get my brain wrapped around it again. We solved it twice. So just recapping, we solved it twice, once with this known, once with this known. We went to the same unknown both times, but our ratio is different based on our known. You get 2 answers. The smaller answer is your theoretical yield. Whatever known is the one that produced the theoretical yield or the smaller answer. That known is called your limiting reactant because it limits the amount of product that can form. Given this amount of hydrogen, we can only make 10 moles. Given this amount of oxygen, we can make 14. But we can't make 14 if we're running out of our hydrogen. So that's our limiting reactant. Whatever makes the answer that we don't care about, that's our excess reactant because we have excess left over. It's like if you have 4 eggs and 2 cups of milk. If it takes 3 eggs to make a cake, you could make 1 cake with that amount of eggs. If it takes 1 cup of milk to make a cake, you could make 2 cakes. But if I put these together, I don't have enough eggs to make 2 cakes. So I can only make 1 cake. That's your theoretical yield. And your eggs got used up first. So that's your limiting reactant.